Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Death Becomes Her by Robert Zemeckis, starring Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis, and Goldie Hawn. I'm a big fan of Zemeckis' Back to the Future trilogy, of course, and I have watched a couple of other films from him, including one on the channel, Contact, which was awesome because I'm a big Carl Sagan fan. I'll leave a link up there somewhere. Please check it out when you have the time. While I've watched quite a few films from Bruce Willis and Meryl Streep over the years, this will probably be my first Goldie Hawn movie. I know she was a huge star back in the day, but I've actually never seen anything starring her. I'm sure I've seen her as a secondary character, but nothing starring Goldie Hawn. So please leave your favorite Goldie Hawn film in the comments so I can check it out later. Anyways, I don't know too much about Death Becomes Her, except that it's a comedy about death and immortality. I do remember one particular image from my childhood when it was running on TV. Basically, I remember one of the actors with a huge hole in her stomach, like you could literally see through it. Even back then in the 90s, I remember being fascinated on how they did that because it looked so real. But I was not allowed to watch the movie because I apparently wasn't old enough. Well, I'm old enough now, mom and dad, and I'm glad I'm finally getting to watch it. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full length reviews and reactions to this movie and over 200 movies. Early access, weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along. The link's in the description below. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video, feel free to dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Death Becomes Her, Zemeckis, Streep, Willis, Hawn. Let's go. Robert Zemeckis. Man, I wish I could see Back to the Future for the first time again. Death Becomes Her. Very upbeat music. Broadway, 1978. Oh, that's Meryl Streep as Madeline Ashton.
I see me, actress, woman.
Oh, Isabella Rossellini. I've never actually seen her in any movie, but I do remember her appearance in Friends.
We see you.
You mean me?
Oh, music by Alan Silvestri. He's a great composer. Oh man, people are leaving. Must be really insulting, right? Hey, Bruce Willis with hair and Goldie Hawn.
She's sensational.
Uh-oh.
That's me.
It's all about her.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
Mad hell.
Old friends, if you know what I mean. So fake. So fake.
Matt, I'd like you to meet Dr. Ernest Menville,
Oh.
my fiance.
Fiance.
Dr. Ernest Menville, the plastic surgeon?
You were so terrific. Oh, Helen, don't be modest. She's a brilliant writer, Mrs. Ashton.
Miss.
That's an opening.
Do you think that I'm starting to need you?
Well, the attraction is not one way. Oh.
A business dinner. The woman wanted my professional
Oh
opinion.
no.
Ernest, you don't know Madeline the way I do. That's why I wanted you to meet her before we got married, because I just had to see if you could pass the Madeline Ashton test.
The Madeline Ashton test. It's like she introduces all her boyfriends to Madeline just to see if they're loyal.
Absolutely no interest in Madeline Ashton.
The literal next scene, they're married. I wonder how much time has passed between these two scenes. But that was great comedic timing by Robert Zemeckis. 7 years later. Don't tell me that's Helen. Come on. Holy crap, that's Helen 7 years later. She's a cat lady. Pretty good prosthetics on her, by the way.
Break the door.
What are you doing here?
Well, she's still jealous. She doesn't take her eyes off the TV even for a second as she's getting arrested.
I would like to talk about Madeline Ashton.
Even the crazier people, they've had enough with her and Madeline.
Is this where we are, Helen? 6 months of therapy? You have to completely eliminate any...
What? You're absolutely...
She just heard eliminate. Now she probably wants to kill her. Eliminate. Oh man. Oh, another 7 years later. This is what I imagined pretentious people having for breakfast. Oh, it looks like Madeline, she's getting some work done on her face. She's always been insecure about her looks.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, madam, you look younger every day.
Thank you,
Oh
Rose.
my
Thank you
goodness.
very much.
What an ego.
Those are your tickets for Helen Sharp's book party tonight. They just came.
Helen's back to writing?
He's got this expression of happiness on his face that's completely inappropriate.
Thank you, Mr. Franklin. We'll see if we can give him a little character.
Yeah, looks like he's not a plastic surgeon anymore. He's in embalming the dead. That's quite the step down.
People have to recognize him.
That's a priceless smile.
I could do your makeup myself. Makeup is pointless.
Money is no object. It means nothing to me.
Where did he come from?
Here is her address. She accepts callers day or night.
Alright, the plot's moving forward. I know it's a movie about death and immortality, so I'm sure that's where this is leading.
Could you just not breathe?
Have we met?
Long ago, I never had a chance to thank you for the spectacular job you did with my Aunt Esther.
As an embalmer?
Can I ask you what your secret is?
You just use regular makeup on dead skin. The pores are too dry.
She's probably
You gotta use a
freaked out.
palette.
Excuse me.
I have to admit, I'm enjoying the humor so far in the movie.
Oh, look over there.
Well, she's about to come in.
Oh, looks as though she's lost a few pounds.
Dude, she definitely did something.
I just want you to know that I'm absolutely...
Matt? Help!
Look at you. You have a waist.
You haven't changed.
Oh man, the fakeness in this conversation.
You know, I often thought to myself, I don't deserve this because it came at your expense.
I don't even know what to think of Ernest at this point.
I have never, ever blamed you.
Yeah, right.
Never.
It's not like you were at a psych hospital talking about it for months, if not years.
She married a brilliant surgeon and turned him into an undertaker.
Ooh.
I want you to know something. I have never blamed you for leaving me.
How manipulative.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I didn't know you were coming over.
Oh. Oh, she's getting rejected by him too.
You should go find someone your own age, Madeline.
And it starts raining on cue. Dude. Talk about obsession. Never again.
I hope you'd come.
Hey, it's Isabella Rossellini. Again, I've never seen any movie from her, but I do remember her from her cameo in Friends. That's quite the outfit. No wonder I wasn't allowed to watch this as a child.
I didn't want you to hear. Ernest, ask me to go.
And he's not the type of dude just to say no.
Sex.
What is that? What you came for?
It's the vial. It's the vial from the background.
Tonic? How old would you guess I am?
Not very.
28. 3? 23.
I am 71 years old.
Jeez.
It stops the aging process dead in its tracks
Right.
and forces it into retreat.
How much is it?
Alright, it was expensive. Oh wow, okay, that was a nice bit of special effects.
Check okay?
But you must make me a promise. The secret that we share must never become
She accepted immediately.
You have to disappear from public view forever.
Ah, that's the cost of this.
As one of my clients simply said, I want to be alone. No.
Oh, could you guys let me know what reference that was? I want to be alone. I think I'm putting two and two together. Goldie Hawn's character, I think she took the potion as well, didn't she? Yeah, this superimposition of the CGI, it's very well done, especially for the time.
Now a warning. Now a warning? Take care of yourself.
Dude, she's changing. Oh. Dude, how are they doing that? Is there somebody in the back of her pushing those up?
Really, Ernest? Oh, Ernest.
Such poor self-control, Ernest.
I should have divorced Madeline a long time ago.
You can't let her get away with that.
She's going to try and convince him to eliminate her.
Then you'll take this Narcanol and lightly coat each glass.
Some drunk woman up here on Mulholland swerving dangerously close to the edge.
What are we saying?
Eliminate. That's what we're saying.
We'll be so...
What does she see in him at this point?
She's killing you.
It would be self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yeah, okay. Look at the amount of mirrors in her room, man.
Cheap.
I need a man! A real man, not some drunken, broken down, flaccid undertaker. I might have more fun with one of your clients.
Oh.
At least I'd know I'd be getting something stiff in there.
I think it's so insane.
Hurry!
Oh no.
Hurry up, you wimp!
Oh no. That's murder. Oh. Dude. I mean, she's dead, isn't she? Oh, wow.
Boy.
Great job from a production point, but ugh.
Exactly which part of the plan were you unclear on?
She's wearing a Just Do It shirt.
If the police check the phone records, don't you think it'll look unusual that you called me before you called them?
Dude, she is not only alive, she's getting up.
Okay, I've got it. Where's
He's
the
going to freak out so bad.
What about the time of death? Do you think they could ever use it to prove the phone call came after?
Holy crap, her head's on backwards.
You pushed me down the stairs.
Is this special effects or practical effects?
I just have to make a telephone call.
Okay, I think it's special effect, but it's very well done.
What's wrong with me?
I think it's a mixture of special and practical effects.
I think I need a doctor.
Oh! Okay.
No pulse? No heartbeat? Ernest is drinking in the background.
Wonder if I might have a sip of that.
Yes.
He can't believe that she's actually dead.
Your heart stopped beating.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, could be worse.
Could be worse.
Examining myself.
I'm gonna get help!
The doctor himself probably had a heart attack and died. I mean, seriously, man. Are they floating? Zemeckis is such a versatile director. I think he did Castaway too. If that's worth reviewing on the channel, do let me know.
Why am I in the morgue?
Shh, it's okay, it's
Because
okay.
you're dead, lady.
I understand now. It's incredible. It's physically impossible, but now I understand it. We're being told that we belong together. And I'm being called. I'm being challenged.
He thinks it's some sort of divine intervention.
It's a miracle!
Yeah, she's definitely a little crazy. Not a little, very crazy too. I'm also very sure that she also took the potion.
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
What in God's name?
Isn't that the chemical you use on the dead?
Just not the right balance.
How's it going, Ern?
Dude, this is so weird.
Where is she? She was a man-eater. And she was a bad actress.
Oh no, she's not gonna stand for that. A bad actress. She was fine with the other stuff.
What have you two been plotting down here?
It's alive.
It's alive. That was straight from Frankenstein, right?
You brought this on yourself.
Oh! At the beginning of this video, I told you I had one image from this film when I was younger. The woman with the hole on her chest. Turns out it's Goldie Hawn's character.
Boy, today really shaped up and hurried.
And she's alive.
Notice how some days can start out
I mean, I'm dead.
and then
And the... Wow. Are they using a green screen? Yeah, I think there might be a green screen on her stomach. And the background is superimposed. Whatever it is, it's very well done. No wonder this image stuck with me for such a long time.
That's another miracle!
no, it isn't.
Oh man, Ernest is so stupid.
You took the potion too. Well, I hardly needed it. So that's why you look the way you do.
Wait a second.
Free weights, exercise.
I don't think this is a miracle at all.
Really?
I can see right through you.
That was a good pun. I could see right through you.
If I
Oh! Dude, this is really good CGI for the time. I mean, I can clearly tell it's CGI, but it's so well done.
I'll just be upstairs.
If I were him right now, I'd probably just... I'd go crazy, which he probably is.
You thought I was cheap! Oh, please, you're insane.
I think they're starting to make up. Which makes me feel very worried for Ernest.
Ern, darling, Helen and I want to apologize for that little thing downstairs. We've got it out of our systems now.
I'm leaving.
You what? Leaving? No, you can't leave because I promised Hel that you would fix her. Not a blemish, not a pore.
They both got repaired.
Wait a minute. What if this happens again? What if it fades? What if it chips? What if it rains? He'll have to take the potion.
That's the new plan?
I finally realized something. I've lived up to my promise. Till death do us part.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is a pretty good comedic actor.
What?
I would like to give a present.
I bet it's already been paid for. I like the fact that they don't even explain where the potion comes from or anything like that. Again with the special effects and CGI. Very impressive.
You gave other people youth and wasted your own.
I think he's tempted, but I don't think he's going to go for it.
choice.
Or is he?
Only choice. Live forever.
Then what? I don't want to live forever. But what am I gonna do? What if I get bored?
Asking the real questions.
What if I fall down a flight of stairs or something?
But you never grow old.
Yes, but everybody else will.
That is the price of immortality. But I think that was the most serious moment in the entire film. The true cost of immortality.
I must remind all of you who staged your own death.
Right, they all took the potion.
Or you'll die. Drink it! Drink it!
He's always been controlled, and he's not going to be controlled in his final moments, I guess. Yeah, he's not going to go for it. Good for him. Finally, his character has some agency.
Sorry, dears.
Oh, he fell in the pool. He's going to live. Is that meant to be James Dean?
Look at this. I'm peeling. Oh. I'm peeling already.
We have to take care of each other. I'll paint your ass, you paint mine.
Painting each other's asses. Day and night.
Okay, I'm a little creeped out. 37-year time jump.
Now, Dr. Ernest Menville always felt that life begins at 50.
He reinvented himself.
Because it wasn't until 50 that he met his lovely wife, Claire, that he had 2 sons and 4 daughters.
But at least they've still got each other.
Oh, do you have that number 9 acrylic?
Oh, they're falling apart.
Learned the secret of eternal life.
The secret of eternal life? He's dead.
Among us, in the hearts of his friends, in the lives of his children
Right.
and his grandchildren.
Okay. That's surprisingly heartwarming.
Blah, 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 blah.
Jeez, look at him.
Lose it, it broke off. That's because you crack your knuckles all the time.
Oh no. Oh. they literally came apart.
Do you remember where you parked the car?
Dude, that last scene was so well done. How did it do it so well? I can imagine how they did it, right? They probably cut the head out and superimposed it on that frame, but it looked like it had depth. Very well done. It was a really funny movie, guys. I generally did enjoy it. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was a very funny movie, guys. While I don't think that it was Zemeckis' best, it's still the Back to the Future trilogy, I do think it was very entertaining throughout. I consider the main strengths of the movie to be the acting, the comedy, the directing, and the production end, particularly the seamless nature of the practical and the CGI effects. Especially how realistic it looked for the time, if that makes any sense. I do have 2 criticisms here, though. I thought the character work was a tad thin. Maybe Zemeckis focused a little too much on the comedy compared to the character development. The other thing was the scale of the film. The scope felt very small and narrow. That itself isn't a bad thing, but the idea here is, it was pretty unique, and they could have done much more with the premise. I also felt like Isabella Rossellini's character was a little underused, but putting those aside for a second, let's start with the directing by Robert Zemeckis and the script by Martin Donovan and David Koepp. Please correct me if my pronunciation is wrong. The actual story here was unique, but also very straightforward. It was about 2 women who discover immortality while fighting over one man. A classic love triangle, if you will. I did feel like Meryl Streep's and Goldie Hawn's characters, they were pretty well fleshed out. Zemeckis takes the entire first act to introduce us to them and their rivalry, them being jealous of each other and one of them having a huge ego, Streep, and the other being super vindictive, Hawn. On the other hand, Bruce Willis's character, Ernest, wasn't as well written as I'd liked, and I enjoyed the character mostly because Bruce Willis really carried him, if that makes any sense. He's a fantastic comedy actor, much better than his dramatic stuff, in my opinion, probably except Die Hard. But then again, it is kind of an action comedy Die Hard, right? So, yeah. Anyways, both Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn were excellent in their roles, honestly. From vanity, anger, fakeness, to rage, jealousy, and contempt. They showed a wide range of emotions here. While I don't think the overall acting was Oscar-worthy, it was certainly good enough for a comedy like this. One thing I wanted to talk about were the secondary characters, or lack thereof. Anyways, they were led by the fantastic Isabella Rossellini. This was the first time I've actually seen her in a movie. Before this, I've only seen her cameo in Friends. And she was also great in her role, but I felt like she was pretty underutilized. I think she only had, 2 scenes in the entire movie, and I can only wonder what would have happened if she had her little own storyline with her giving this magic potion to other people, or even a couple of more scenes of her being half naked in super creepy. I don't think there were any other secondary characters to really talk about here, and that's what I meant when I said the scope of the film felt very narrow. Can you imagine this film with in a larger scale? Maybe an entire country of undead people obsessed with their immortality, their ego, their vanity. That'd be pretty fun to watch. I think Zemeckis alluded to that in the final act with those celebrity cameos, but yeah, what are you gonna do? The good news here is the comedy was on point. It was hilarious. From the first scene to the last, the jokes were quick, well written, and performed by the actors. Like I said, the writing was strong. That's a big redeeming quality in my opinion, and I do think Zemeckis elevated the script with the help of this star-studded cast. What I really want to talk about is the production end, which was amazing for the time. The practical effects in combination with the CGI left me confused at times on how they achieved some of those shots in the early 90s. Especially that whole through Goldie Hawn's character. I need to look that stuff up. I'm betting it was a mix of excellent prosthetic work, and seamless CGI and green screens. It was so good. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't flawless though. For example, when Streep's character has her head the wrong way around, I could tell that a lot of the skin texture was CGI. There was no subsurface scattering, and even some of the light and shadow work, they weren't quite right. But then again, I don't think that's real criticism, especially from the 90s, because even modern CGI has a hard time getting it right. Human skin is notoriously difficult to render convincingly. It's something that we still haven't mastered yet. There's still the uncanny valley we have to overcome. Anyways, the rest of the production, it was excellent. The costumes, the prosthetics, the makeup, and the sets, they were all so well done. I have no complaints here. Moving on to the score by Alan Silvestri, which I thought was, it was okay. I'm a big fan of Alan Silvestri's work, but this score was clearly not his best work. And I don't think I remember any memorable tunes anywhere. It was pretty standard from the beginning to the end. The sound design, on the other hand, was top-notch. From the breaking of the bones to the twisting of the necks, the Foley work in particular, a lot of it made me cringe, and that's a very, very good thing for a movie like this. As I've talked about my criticisms of some of the character work and the scope of the movie, overall, Death Becomes Her was so much fun. The writing and Robert Zemeckis' direction in conjunction with excellent performances from Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn, and Bruce Willis made for a hilarious and very entertaining movie. Massive credits goes out to the production team who made the effects, both the CGI and practical, look almost real for the time. I only wish the scope of the film was a little bigger, which I felt would have elevated the film even more. That being said, I really enjoyed it, and I don't know whether it's considered a classic now, but I do see a cult following for this film in the future. I definitely recommend it. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.